Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Time Out Dubai podcast. This is straight from the camel's mouth. My name is Tim Skinner, and today I'm being joined by...
Hi, I'm Emily Evans.
And...
I'm Scott Campbell.
On today's show, Dubai smashes London, New York, and Paris in a global quality of life index. We are going to be asking why. On-demand Dubai, the strangest and the best apps and convenience services that you can find. We're also going to be talking a little bit about Eid Escapes, the new Tep Factor attraction in JBR, and also Dubai's equivalent of Paul the Octopus. Cool. Let's get going, shall we? Hello, guys. Scott, you're back from holiday.
I am back from holiday with a holiday tan, bizarrely. Because, From Scotland, because it's very warm and sunny over there right now.
Hang on, how warm and sunny are we talking about for Scotland
16
here?
degrees.
Okay,
so balmy.
So everyone's in their shorts. Everyone's in their shorts. There's people are on the streets
Yeah, it's like a festival in Scotland right now.
Essentially, yes.
Dubai has ranked ahead of London, New York, and Paris in a global quality of life survey.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! Go Dubai, go Dubai.
Yeah.
What do we think of that? What
are the kind of factors on how do they rank that basically?
Okay, right. So it was a survey conducted by Deutsche Bank. And they took into account things like cost of living, safety, climate, and so on and so forth. And the mechanism of it was a little bit vague, I think, in terms of what they published and what they pushed out into the public domain. But for instance, for the cost of living, Dubai ranked higher than the likes of London, New York, and Paris, which, we know that this city can be a bit pricey, but it shows that against average income, it's doing pretty well.
It's all relative.
Sorry?
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. So it took into account the cost of consumer goods, groceries, rent, and I know that you guys had a chat last week in mine and Scott's absence about falling rent across the city against the average income. So basically, it just worked out roughly how much sort of disposable income you've got after deductions. And yes, that's pretty good, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? If we were to talk about the various aspects of that, so going out to eat and going out to cool places, or the sunshine, or feeling safe, what do you guys make of all that?
Well, what always gets me is the safety here, how safe you actually feel, the way that people will reserve tables in bars and things with their phones and just walk off, or leave their laptop on a table in Starbucks and just go to the toilet and just leave it. It's really bizarre. It's little things like that you never think about.
And I do think it's incredibly safe here, but I also think it's very easy to have a false sense of security. You can leave your phone, but should you?
Yeah.
Maybe not, because there's a lot, you never know. But it's incredibly safe, but do you want to risk it? I don't.
True, that's a fair point. I think it's easy to become complacent with it well. When I went back, I've been living here for about 6 months. I went back to London for a friend's wedding, and I headed to a pub in London, and I needed to get some cash out, but the ATM was just up the road, and I had a massive rucksack and wheelie suitcase full of stuff, and I just completely trusted a stranger with it.
Did you?
In a pub, and I went, "Sorry, mate, can you look after my stuff for a minute? I've got to run down the road to the ATM." And then my wife turned up, so I wasn't there with my rucksack and all of my suitcases and stuff in the pub with some random guy. And she was like, "Tim, what on earth are you doing? Don't forget that we're not in Dubai anymore. We're in London. People will nick your stuff if they can."
Yeah, but I'm going to contradict myself here. But isn't it nice you can go and trust a total stranger? Because strangers, they are nice people. It's not going to say he's going to rob you.
Some of them.
So, yeah, but it's nice that it'd be good if we could all do that in the world.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And that was one of the things that my wife really enjoys about living here, is that she feels safe.
Yeah.
She knows she's not going to get any issues, when she's not having to walk through some dodgy estate to get home. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. I can go for a late night run alone and you feel safe. Yeah. Even if you're running past construction sites, obviously living in Jumeirah Circle, it's a giant construction site. Yeah. You still feel safe. There's loads of dark areas there. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm safe.
One thing, being back in the UK, I've only been here for 3 months, but is the taxis. It was just really bizarre, being able to tell them exactly where to go, and then they went right there, and then
they didn't get lost.
Yeah, just no kind of We can.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone just went off. I might put my phone on silent now.
Are we good?
Yeah, right.
I'll just start a little bit again.
No, carry on.
But also, like, I kept forgetting to open the door.
Of what?
Because you know how here, whenever you get somewhere, someone comes up to the door and just opens it for you.
So you're one of those who waits for someone to open the door?
No, but they're so quick. They like pounce on you here. Like,
they are very
they're very quick.
And
like,
what? So you're saying that you feel guilty about it?
Well, like that's the thing.
I would have got out the car on my own, but I couldn't.
I just forgot. I was sitting there, like I was like, why is no one opening the door?
Oh no, you did not.
I did, but then I realized, and I had to like be like, oh gosh, like it was very embarrassing.
And they were like, you're not in Dubai anymore.
This very serious man called Derek, like, looked at me like, it was, a harsh reality really of being back in Scotland.
Yeah.
So moving on, one of the reasons why we love Dubai so much is the convenience. Everything is at your fingertips, right? So we are going to run onto a little segment now that we're going to call On Demand Dubai. Which is where we've wrapped up and we've had a bit of a think between us. We've put our collective noggins together and thought of a few apps or services that you don't have to leave your home for. So who's going to start first? You're both saying nothing. I'm going to pick Scott.
Oh, okay. I'm the volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what I love, like nothing more than throwing all my laundry in a plastic bag. And leaving it outside my door. Yeah, lobbing it off the balcony. Pretty much. Like, I mean, this is the thing. Like, again, it comes into that safety thing. Like, you can actually just leave your bag of laundry outside the door. They come and collect it. You don't even have to be there. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
You come back to all your shirts hung up on the door frame.
So we're talking about an app called Washmen.
Washmen, yes.
That's fantastic.
And this is basically, as Scott was saying, an app where you can just sling all your laundry in a bag, leave it outside, and like miraculously it's just back and it's clean and it just smells like a meadow, and then you can just roll around in them and just be like, I love my clean clothes.
Yeah, I mean,
silence.
Yeah. No one else do that? No one?
Now we know what Tim does.
No one? No?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. You put it all in the bag, it's all dealt with, it's all folded beautifully, and yeah, I love it. And even better now, like, it's something that we were discussing a bit earlier, is that they'll now do your recycling for you.
Really?
They will take away your recycling, plastic, paper, everything.
Cans,
I think.
all that kind of stuff, for $1 extra.
For $1.
That is brilliant.
And they'll recycle it.
Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
That is really fantastic. That's
such
really
a good initiative. Yeah.
Yeah. And especially as like a lot of it kind of just gets jumbled up together and just lobbed away. Like for people who are actually eco-conscious, and we all should be, that's great news. So how much does it cost for you to get your laundry done by these guys and sent back to you?
That, Tim, is a great question.
Is it such a good question?
I don't know the answer, but I think it's about 49 dirhams for a bag of like a standard laundry, and then you can also have you can have shirts like individually dry cleaned and stuff like that too. But the main service is that bag of laundry, where you just chuck everything in,
you sling it in, and they'll sort it out.
Sorted for you.
Wow.
So yeah, 49 dirhams.
Do you not feel a little bit awkward knowing that someone else is going through your dirties?
I actually like it.
I
prefer not knowing who it is. Like, I think it would be weird if, like, you know how sometimes they like custom made things, they like sign who made it and stuff. If I knew who was going through my sort of, what's the word, my smalls, then I'd be a bit nervous, I think. But I don't know who it is. It's faceless
because it's anonymous.
It's anonymous. Whoever's doing it might be the same person every week. I don't think it is.
And they're like, oh, come on, it's Scott Laundry Day again.
Yeah, they just see that bag coming. Like, it's always overstuffed as well. Like, I make sure it's got maximum.
Right up to the brim.
Maximum in that bag. In fact,
him in his worth.
I tore it once, actually.
Wow.
They still accepted it.
Did they?
Great customer service there.
Excellent.
Okay, right, let's move on from Scott's dirty laundry. No more airing your dirty laundry in public, Scott.
I can't even muster a false laugh for that.
No one? Seriously?
Oh, there we go.
Soundbite that.
A few seconds.
Yeah, I just cut that out to make it sound like Emily laughed at my awful joke. Okay, so we've got other ones. You know, you can get, pharmaceuticals and stuff like that delivered for you through 800 Pharmacy. Cleaners sent to your door just using an app.
Yep, Helpling is the one I use. Fantastic. You can have the same cleaner every time. You can ask for how long you want them for, add any extra if you want the oven clean, etc., etc.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Blow dries.
Blow dries, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. You'll have to explain that one to me.
Just let your hair do the explaining.
Let your hair do the talking. Yeah.
Do you frequently get a blow dry?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Without meaning to at all be stereotypical, I feel like Emily is probably the sort of person who's more likely to get a blow dry.
I don't know. I think Tim probably is actually.
I think, Tim, your hair
Look,
a lot better than mine.
I have got tremendous volume.
You do have very good volume. Yeah.
It's so much so that when I go to the hairdressers, he has to spend half of the time that I'm there just cutting, not just cutting my hair, like cutting like swathes of hair from the middle of it. Do you know what I mean? Like thinning it out.
Too much volume.
I felt lighter coming out of the hairdressers, like noticeably lighter. But I do blow dry my hair.
Yeah.
But I don't need to get a blow dry. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
What's the difference?
Sam and Charlie's laughing at you.
I think Charlie probably blow dries his hair, that's why.
Do you know what? I think you're right. If he didn't have a perfectly bald head.
Exactly.
He's not bald.
Okay, shaved.
Shaved.
Yeah.
What makes a blow dry? I don't really know much about blow dries. So if I use a hairdryer, is that a blow dryer?
Oh, please don't look at me. I don't think I've ever had a blow dry in my life.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Speaking of the beauty services, Tips and Toes, very famous over here. They will also come to your home. They do the nail care, eyelash extensions, threading, and depending on your location, they will do hair services as well.
So they'll do this in your home?
They'll come to you, they'll bring everything, and you get a little pamper session in your house.
Wow. And once more, that's called...
Pardon?
Once more, that is called...
Tips and Toes.
Tips and Toes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's one for the growing list. One that my wife loves to use is the Miss Meow Pet Grooming Service.
Oh,
Mobile pet groomers. They've got a little van and they drive to your house and they set up their van, and basically you've got to try and, bundle your cats or your dog into the back of this van.
It's all a bit dog snatcher.
Sorry?
It's a bit dog snatcher, isn't it? Have a little van that drives to your house, and they could have a real ulterior motive if they really wanted to. They could be kidnapping cats and dogs.
I feel like...
Good.
And you're doing the work for them.
You're volunteering your animal to them.
Yeah,
you call them up and go, hey, can you come over in your van and take my cat and dog? Or dog, I suppose.
Although I'm pretty sure they would be out of business when word spread of this.
We must have.
If people quickly realise that they're actually just stealing pets.
But now I've seen these driving around. I think there's quite a few different places that do it. But that's fantastic.
They've got like a smart little setup in their van as well. So they've got like their grooming station, and they have like a little sort of photo wall almost on their site, so they can like get a little picture of the cat and dog before and after. Which is cute, but also at the same time, it depends on how traumatic it's been for the animal. Because I've got a cat and he hates like being touched. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
So after that, he was kind of just sort of petrified, and we were like, this just ain't gonna happen, is it? But I love the concept. I love the fact that you can have like a groomer come to your house in a like a pink and green van.
And it's almost brilliant that they don't actually come into your home. So there's none of the mess, none of like the scratches on the walls where your cat's gone crazy.
Scratches on the walls.
Oh, no, I've never had a cat. I don't know what they do in the bath. But but they come into the van. That's
I try not to intrude on my cat when he's in the bath. If he's got the candles on, like a bit of Kenny G playing. And he's having a little bubble bath. I just walk straight past. Just leave him to it. Yeah, it's his time. He's reading. Do you know what I mean? Like he's having a good time.
They need that sometimes. They need that.
Yeah. So I do love that. What else have we got then? Anybody else got any?
So I found a very unusual one.
Oh yeah.
It's not an app. It's a website called Pinky Goat.
Pinky Goat.
Pinky Goat, and they will deliver eyelashes to your house. I don't want to discriminate against the guys, but
just a bag
on
the
ladies.
A person or just in a bag?
Oh, I don't know what the packaging is, but they will bring your eyelashes. You can there's like different styles you can have. Look online beforehand, and then it takes 2 days to deliver though. So if you're getting ready for a night out and you're like, oh, my lashes, you've got to do it in advance.
You've got to plan for
and
this.
then you'll be.
Wow.
I know, lashing away.
Yeah. Lashing away.
Lashing away.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
unusual.
With a lot of these services, basically you could have like a whole night/weekend in your house without having to go anywhere. And the only time you'll have to even venture outdoors is when you've opened the door and you're reaching out of the door to pay for it.
Yeah.
And to grab it. Do you know what I mean?
Have you seen that thing that like Amazon is experimenting with where they can unlock your front door and put the delivery inside your house. The delivery process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like basically that the person who's bringing the delivery just like taps a button on their, I don't know, their delivery thing.
I think it's connected to like an Amazon smart home solution.
Right.
So you know that way you can get like the classic example is like a fridge that's connected to the internet, and you can get like your home security services like connected to the internet, right? And if you have, I think the Amazon service or the equivalent thereof, they are able to get like one-off permission to open the door, and leave your parcel inside.
I think that is the next step. Imagine that you're sitting on the sofa, you're watching Netflix. You're like, you don't even want to go to the door because sometimes that's even that is too much.
I think the point of it is when you're not in. It's not just so you don't have to get off the sofa.
Like this is a new technology. Like they're gonna evolve to being like you order your Domino's, they bring it in. I think, and then they actually bring it to you. They maybe open it up for you,
and then actually put it in your mouth.
Like,
and then chew, and then move your jaw up and down, so that you don't even have to chew.
This sounds dreamy.
And then they rub your throat so you swallow the food without even having to take your eyes away from the television.
I mean, it's early days, but I think like
it's early days. It doesn't exist.
He's sitting there going, "That's the dream, though, isn't it?"
It'd be brilliant. Like I just think like sometimes when you order the pizza and then you have to pause the film and then you have to walk all the way to the door and it's like, I mean, I'm making out that I live in some kind of like huge apartment. My apartment's like 10 meters long.
Well, you have to go and get the metro from one end of your apartment to the other.
Inconvenience. But no, like, I think that could be the next big thing.
Joe, wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
They wouldn't surprise me.
It would surprise me. That is too far. That is way too far.
Obviously, they're not going to move your jaw, but...
I once had an idea for an on-demand app and it got really like, we planned it out to a T.
Right.
Like we got really far with this idea.
Did you then realise that neither of you knew how to build an app?
Oh no, this was like, it could have been great. The idea is called Dish App. Okay, so you don't have a dishwasher, but you don't want to clean your dishes. So you put them all in a box, they come and collect them, do the dishes and bring it back.
I feel like that must exist somewhere.
It doesn't exist.
But, really?
But that is, to me, that is just like, imagine how convenient that would be. Just shove everything in a box, they do all your dishes and bring them back.
But you'd have to make sure like that box is really well packaged. Like you don't want that to break.
Oh yeah, the boxes would be rigid.
But then within the box, you need to have like layers. You need to have like a sheath for each plate that you put in there to make sure it's well protected.
I think that could work really well though.
Well, I know there are places over here, and I unfortunately I can't remember the name right now, that will come and not just cook for you, but like if you're having a dinner party, they will host, they will cook, they will clean.
Really?
They will do everything from start to finish, so you can just be like a lovely host, getting ready with your goat lashes, everything.
Can you do that for one? You just want a butler. That's what you're asking. Yeah. You want a butler. You want Alfred from Batman. That's what you want.
I'm going to do that. This could be it. This could be the how to get that experience now. They'll answer the door. They'll get the pizza. They'll do all the throat stuff.
All the throat stuff.
All the throat stuff.
I thought you meant like warbling or something. Or
I mean, they could do that too.
Yodeling.
They could do that too. Like paying for their time. Like
But then, okay, so let's touch on a couple of the obvious ones. You've got things like InstaShop as well, which I think pretty much everybody uses.
Fantastic.
Like Souk.com. Yep. I found is actually pretty good. Like it's it's run by Amazon, isn't it?
It is,
so it's you know what you're getting. Namshi, the fashion app, as well.
Namshi, what's that?
Namshi is just Namshi. like an outlet store.
Yeah.
But online, and there's an app for it, and the next day you receive.
Same day. If you order in the morning, same day.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. Same with the new app or newish now, Nisnas.
Right.
That same day delivery, and also it is also 2-hour delivery if you pay 50 dirhams delivery fee.
Wow,
that's crazy! Like,
isn't that really good?
Wow, that is really good.
Yeah, and they have a fantastic feature on their app. It's been rolled out now. It's in England already, and obviously a few other countries, where I could take a picture of Tim's shirt right now.
Yeah,
and then it will search everything on their app to see what else looks like Tim's shirt. There might be like a cup you might have, or another shirt which is the same pattern. It's brilliant, and you just search for it. If you're really into tartan, it will take everything.
Sorry, just for the listeners' benefit, we are all sat here wearing really jazzy shirts, and Emily wasn't just being really stereotypical by pointing to the Scottish guy and saying tartan.
I'm being really stereotypical wearing tartan.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
But Emily and I are rocking the jazzy shirts today.
Well, of course.
Oh, if you are watching on YouTube, listener, you are in for a treat. Look at that.
Wednesday feeling.
Yeah. Or Sunday where feeling. You are.
Sunday.
Don't give away the secrets.
I know you're going to be kicked out of the magic circle.
Right, let's move on to getting away. Eid is coming up. So we have wrapped up in the latest issue of Time Out Dubai on shelves now, dear listener. Get it? It's great.
It is fantastic, this one.
We've wrapped up. This is a particularly
as they all are. Yeah.
This is a particularly excellent episode. Yeah. So Emily.
Yes.
What would you like to do on your Eid escape? Where would you like to go?
Honestly, Zanzibar, yeah.
Cool.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's relatively cheap to get there.
Birthplace of Freddie Mercury.
Really?
Apparently. Yeah. I could be wrong on that one. So,
do you know what his real name is, Tim?
Frederick
Mercury.
It's Farouk Bulsara.
Is that so? Wow, okay.
It's quite a shift, really. And that's Freddie Mercury.
All right. Anyway, Emily, you were saying about Zanzibar.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I know some people have been for little staycations before. Oh, not staycation. Little what's the word? Little holidays, little vacations.
A getaway.
Yeah. I think it's a kind of place where you can go for 3 or 4 days, a long weekend, or you can go for 2 weeks and still not see everything. And that is my number one on my bucket list right now.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Okay. All right. I am just looking up Freddie Mercury and Zanzibar.
Did you make it up?
No. He was born in Zanzibar.
He's a Zanzibarian.
He's a Zanzibanian. Right. Okay. So, Scott, where would you like to go? What's on your Eid escapes list?
Oh, I'm not sure actually. There's so many options. They're just within like 3-4 hours of here. They're just a ridiculous number of places.
Do you know what I'd suggest?
Yeah.
I'd suggest one of the places from the Eid Escapes feature that we've got in this week's edition of Time Out Dubai.
I mean, that would be a great place to start.
Zanzibar is in the feature.
Oh, lovely. As is Colombo in Sri Lanka.
Yes,
have you guys been to Sri Lanka?
No.
I've just come back from there, actually.
Yeah?
Went beginning of May.
Tell us.
First time. And we stayed just outside of Colombo.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
I loved it. We were only there for 2.5 days. I tell everyone this story. They don't even ask.
Tell the world.
Yeah. We were there for 2.5 days. We did so much stuff.
Yeah.
But we relaxed so much. I read 2 full books. In 2.5 days.
In 2 days?
While still doing all the excursions, all the tours, everything.
You must be some sort of power reader.
Time seemed to slow down there. It was brilliant.
Yeah. It is. It's picturesque, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic. And the noises.
It's idyllic.
Yeah. I just took so many videos of the birds tweeting away. In fact, I was in a tropical island.
Yeah, it does feel like it.
Yeah.
I went a couple of years ago with my wife, and we went to Colombo for a couple of nights and saw the city, and then we went down the coast to Gaul. And you're basically driving along the coast next to like dense tropical jungle. Is what it basically feels like. And then when you get there, it's like you're on a tropical island. You've got these beautiful beaches, the sort of palm trees that hang over the beach, and you can see the sun setting behind it, and it's all very silhouette-y and beautiful. And it's just awesome. Like, I'd really encourage it. And it's only like a 3.5 hour flight, I think it is. 4.5 hours.
About 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Worth it.
From Dubai to Sri Lanka. So yeah, so worth it. Worth it. Alternatively, you can just do a little hop across the border into Oman.
You can get the bus, actually.
You can do. Yeah.
You can fly as well.
Yeah, you can.
So
fly.
Easy to get to.
Yeah. But we've picked out Salalah, which it can be a bit of a drive. It can take you a little while if you want to do, but you can make it a road trip. You can drive in, stay somewhere, keep heading down to Salalah. It's on the other side of it's facing the Indian Ocean, so it's the other side from the Gulf. But it's just gorgeous. It's a really, really lovely little part of the world.
It is stunning, yeah.
So if you are planning your Eid escape for the long weekend that's coming up, check it out. It's in the magazine. This issue on shelves now is also on timeoutdubai.com. So get some inspiration for your break. Everyone needs a break. Make it a good one. Right, a couple of things. Oh, actually, do you know what? Yeah, I mean, we can segue quite nicely onto sort of stuff that's going on with Dubai Flights. A little bit of a public service announcement, right?
Yes.
So Royal Brunei is set to end its route from Dubai to London.
That's really sad because it was extremely affordable.
Yeah, it was an affordable, high quality option.
Very popular.
And direct.
And really popular.
Yeah.
And direct, yeah. So basically it was the stop-off. Dubai was the stop-off between Brunei and London. But people, obviously that flight would get mostly populated from people just going from Dubai to London. So that is set to end, I think, in September or October. So towards the end of the year. Yeah. So if you are planning your trip to the UK at any point, make sure you get it in before Royal Brunei ceases its operation. However, that said, if you are on the other side of London, you can come from Stansted to Dubai now on Emirates.
Yes.
The first time that a carrier has gone straight from Stansted to Dubai. So those people in East London / Essex are able to come in there in their droves. So yeah, so now Dubai's become even more accessible for London's become more accessible.
Or Essex.
Yes.
Or Essex. You know, it's up to you.
The only way.
So yeah, those are the major sort of what are you guys doing? You're sort of sitting there laughing at each other.
God, we had an in-joke.
An in-joke?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we didn't. We'd had a joke that you didn't hear.
Or as you might say, Tim, an esoteric moment.
You learnt that word 30 minutes ago.
I did.
Just before we came on air, I told you what that word meant, and now you're using it
I've
against me.
used it against you.
Now you're using
Take
it against
my revenge.
me. So, and finally, we're going to have a little and finally section this week.
Nice.
Does anybody remember Paul the Octopus?
Of course.
Yes.
Are you just saying yes?
He's the
predictor?
predicting octopus.
Was he good?
Are you letting Emily answer these questions for you and then just following it a second later?
So Paul the Octopus predicted the outcome of the World Cup.
He did.
But he's not very good, is he? Or is he really good?
No, he was very good. He correctly predicted that Spain would win the World Cup.
That's not a difficult prediction, though.
But for an octopus, that's still pretty impressive. It's not like a creature that is going to be context aware. It's not going to go, well, to be honest, I mean, Spain did win the European Championships in 2008, so obviously they're going to win the World Cup in 2010. Have you never
seen The Little Mermaid, Tim? They have a lot of time down
there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, guilty, fair enough. But... So while Paul the Octopus is no longer with us, sadly,
What?
Yeah,
really?
Well, that's a plot twist.
He passed away in 2010, just after he went out on a high. Do you know what I mean? It was a proper mic drop moment.
Yeah.
It was like Spain win the World Cup.
Or 8 mic drops.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Oh dear.
We were all thinking it.
I'm just the one that has to say it.
Yeah.
So while he's no longer with us, Dubai is getting its own version of Paul the Octopus. Well, less octopus, more goldfish.
Right.
Yeah, so say hello to Klaus Oro Pescado, right?
Klaus.
Yeah, Klaus.
Named after?
I assume named after the character in American Dad.
We know where his allegiances are going to lie in the World Cup.
Where?
German.
Yes, but he's also got a Spanish second and surname. Oro Pescado, literally meaning goldfish.
I feel like he's got some inside knowledge here.
I don't think he'll know what his name means.
I don't think he'll know.
However, he is going to be predicting the games for the World Cup, which is coming up in a week's time.
Yeah.
About which I'm getting very excited, and more on that to come next week, listener. But Klaus is residing at Toro & Co.
So how would it work then? Like, will he swim towards the direction of the team?
Yeah, basically. And they did it recently with the Real Madrid Liverpool Champions League final, and they're doing it for the World Cup now. So every Saturday, I think it is, they're going to be putting a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram with his predictions.
Can you go and watch it happen live?
You can go and watch it live. Yes, you can go to Toro & Co, which is in City Walk. Mm-hmm. They're going to be showing the games on, I think, 3 different screens. And they'll also be loading up a load of tapas and stuff like that as well.
But how does what's the process?
What do you mean?
So you have the goldfish in the tank.
Yeah.
Then what?
I mean, I presume they lay out the one team on either side of the tank, and then he has to choose which team he's going to go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And if it's a draw, he just swims around in a circle around the bowl over and over and over again because he can't make up his mind. I imagine there's probably going to be sort of, what is there, 48 games in the World Cup, I think it is, something like that. I imagine he's probably going to go for like 48 draws just because he just keeps going round and round and round.
He's going to be a very busy fish.
He's going to be a very popular fish. But amazingly, right, they did tell us a bit more information on the background of Klaus Oro Pescado. So this, ladies and gentlemen, Emily and Scott, is the inspiring story behind Klaus Oro Pescado. A goldfish from the Balearic Sea, Klaus began his career on the pitch, his unique fin play ensuring that he stood out from the crowd. Right? Are you buying into this?
No.
Are you buying into this? Real?
No. This is a true story, yeah. Securing ridiculous. A place at Premier League club Everton, Klaus played alongside legendary footballer Wayne Rooney.
I was a bit, yeah.
But they did say that after a really sort of shattering injury, and he had to give up his playing days, he then became a nightlife DJ in Magaluf. He then trained under Mystic Meg, which is from the UK, right? And he was working on his prediction skills. He then completed his. Bless you.
Bless you.
He then completed his training under Paul the Octopus. So he worked with Paul the Octopus in 2010, and then he was selected for this year's World Cup. So it's a real underfish story.
It's uplifting.
About which we feel quite inspired. Uplifted. I think uplifted. So Klaus is now in house. Klaus is in the house at Toro & Co, and you can go and see him during the World Cup. Hey, how about that?
I think we'll be heading there by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's a nice way for us to end the podcast this week, isn't it? Do you think?
Agreed.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay, so thanks very much indeed for listening to another episode of Straight from the Camel's Mouth. You can listen to us with your earballs on SoundCloud, iTunes, and you can watch us with your real eyeballs on YouTube as well, people. So go and check it out. YouTube.com/timeoutdubai, SoundCloud.com/timeoutdubai. And also check us out online, man. Go to timeoutdubai.com. Find out what's going on in your city. There's loads of cool stuff. Everything that we've talked about today is going to be on the website. So go and have a look. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and more.
100%.
And more.
101%.
Nice. Good extra one.
Yeah.
The one is where the real feeling is.
Tips over the edge.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I've been Tim Skinner. Thanks very much, Emily Evans.
Hey, thank you.
And thanks very much, Scott Campbell.
Thank you.
Lovely. And thanks very much indeed for listening, dear listener. We'll see you again next week. Bye.